let me get my top five. I'll kind of breeze through this real quick. I kind of switched it up. I told y'all my list, but I was thinking about it. And to be honest, like I feel passionate about two games on my list, and then the rest are kind of like like they could be swapped out and stuff. I I guess to me, I don't know. To me, maybe the year wasn't all that great. But maybe next year. But all right, I did swap out some games here. My number five game is Plants vs Zombies 2 on iOS.
Oh, whoa.
Plants vs Zombies 2, just in general, is new to me. I didn't play part one, so this was the first time I got to play it. It's free, so that made it even more better. There is kind of like a whole element of grinding out that game, to get further into the game and get new levels and all that stuff, and new plants and zombies and all that. I didn't do any microtransactions, but I did grind out the game. I got pretty far, you can say. So, I mean, I definitely did spend a lot of time into that game. And if anything, it's a standout game on the iOS. I guess a lot of people don't pay attention to iOS games like that, but I definitely do. And if anything, it got me ready for the next Plants vs. Zombies, which is coming to Xbox One in February, and that looks pretty awesome. So, Plants vs. Zombies 2 on my 5. All right, number 4, and I'm gonna diss Rich's pick here, but my number 4 is DMC Devil May Cry. I think this is what the series needed for to make Devil May Cry, a series worth mentioning, and just reviving that series, which became stale, like pretty stale. And to be honest, I never played a Devil May Cry game before, so this was kind of what I needed to get into the series for one. And if we're talking about just good action games, this fucking kills Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. It fucking destroys that shit. Just the combat system alone in DMC is fucking great. The way that you can start these long combos and just swap your weapons, start it again, and just keep going. Like, it's just really good. And I really like that studio. I like Ninja Theory, I believe that's what they're named. And they did Heavenly Sword, which I didn't like because it was on PS3, even though I didn't play it.
That game was dope. So, don't be a hater. That game was dope.
Nah, I'm hating. But I didn't play Heavenly Sword because it was on PS3. You know how I feel. But a game they did make that was fucking awesome was Enslaved in Odyssey to the West, which I love that fucking game. And then they kind of did the same here with Devil May Cry. I think they made a really good standout game, just a solid action game that I think it came out in January, so people might not remember it, but they'll definitely be reminded when it comes out to PlayStation Plus next month for free. So definitely worth checking out. DMC number 4. All right, my number 3 game. My list is gonna look like Mr. Kennedy's top 5. My number 3 is Grand Theft Auto 5 because I was thinking about it, and at the time it was out of my list. But man, like then I started thinking, why did it take me so long to beat this game? And the only reason was because I stopped to play GTA Online. Like, it was no other game that stopped me from playing that game. It was just itself. And even though I have my gripes with Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, most of the time that I played that, the online mode was when I was with friends, and it was fucking awesome when I did play with friends. We do races, we do all types of shit, rob liquor stores, all that shit. And when I played the main story, it's a great story. I mean, I do have some gripes about it, but just the quality of that game overall, I don't think anybody matched it. I think 2 other games might have matched it, and that's it. And yeah, I think quality overall trumps everything. So that's my number three, GTA 5. Number two is Last of Us. It hurts me to say that, a PS3 game, but but no, Last of Us.
Feel that pain.
It hurts my gut. But nah, but for real, like Last of Us was see, I'm even choking my words. But Last of Us was a fucking great game, and just like Naughty Dog knows how to make a game. They know how to tell a story, and this game has the same thing that like every Naughty Dog game has with me. That I don't even want to play it. I want to just get to the next cutscene because that's how fucking good their storytelling is. Um, I did have some problems with the gameplay. I thought it was kind of repetitive. You just kind of sneaking and stuff. And but yeah, so I didn't really find it too enjoyable to play. I mean, I do understand why it's just not a straight up shooter game, but that's cool. I did really like the story, and just that relationship between Joel and Ellie was pretty fucking fantastic. Um, so Last of Us is my number two, and then one, I'm gonna get the same one that Richard picked, BioShock Infinite. Now, if you don't know, I love BioShock 1. BioShock 1 is probably my favorite game of last gen. So when BioShock 2, I think even last year before we even played it, I said, yo, BioShock Infinite is my game of the year. I already know it. And it did turn out to be that case. And maybe that's dishonest or whatever, but I do love BioShock, man. Like, I think the storytelling in BioShock is so fucking complex and just so fucking great, and nobody ever does that. And I like the fact that a bunch of secrets of that game and just a bunch of that storytelling was done through audio files or whatever. I forget what exactly they're called, but think of audio files in other games. Like, it's just it's just bullshit. Most of the information they tell you. Not in Bioshock. In Bioshock, they're telling you useful information. Maybe in some cases they tell you bullshit, but then it's only until the end that you realize, holy shit, they were giving me the answers all this fucking time. They were basically giving me all the ending and shit. Um, and that's fucking fantastic. And to me, the gameplay, I know people have like a complaint with Bioshock Infinite as far as gameplay, but to me, I thought the gameplay was all right. I mean, it's better than Last of Us, that's for damn sure. And and in my opinion, there's two games that have good storytelling, but BioShock just goes that extra mile, man. Like, there's so much original about BioShock Infinite story, whereas Last of Us, sure, it's an original story, but how many times have we, seen that story? Like, oh, guy and a little girl, end of the world, blah blah blah. BioShock is this weird fucking story with fucking just sci-fi and time travel, and then just that ending. God damn, that fucking ending was the greatest fucking ending in video game history. I mean that. I fucking mean that. That fucking ending was incredible. Like, Ken Levine, man, he needs to go to heaven for that. Like, he earned his ticket to heaven with that game. Um, so yeah, I mean, Bioshock Infinite, greatest game of all time, number one.
That's cool.
Do you
Yo,
disagree with my number one?
Yes, he
no,
does.
no, I already kind of said what I thought because your one and two is basically the same as Rich's, so I kind of already touched on that.
Does it make you think of like Bioshock? Like, maybe Bioshock is better than Last of Us.
Um,
He ain't going
nah.
that far.
I mean,
No, but would you not agree that the Bioshock story is just so fucking complex? There's just so much to it. There's so many elements in there. Like,
I could say the same thing about Last of Us, but I
no,
digress.
not really, because it's just simple. That story is just simple storytelling. Like, oh, I ended up with this little girl. I gotta get her to this spot. Like,
Nah, son.
it's pretty much a road trip movie.
Oh my God, road
It
trip.
is.
No, I don't think so, B. I
It's
think
a
you totally
road
missed
trip.
the whole point of that story. But again, I'll digress.
Bro, it's a road trip movie. It's just about characters. With BioShock, it's about characters. It's about that world. Columbia, they built a world. Not like Last of Us, which is the world is just something you're walking through. Like, no, Columbia was a fucking actual living place with people there.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I mean, I see where you're coming from. You know, I definitely don't disagree with you. But it's just for me, it's like the level of intensity that I felt when playing both games. Like with BioShock, like I just felt like I was running through everybody. Like I thought I was a superhuman being or something. Like there wasn't really too many moments where I felt threatened.
Well, I mean, that's what you
But
get when you play it on easy.
I wasn't playing on easy. I was playing,
Oh,
I was playing
wow.
on normal. I play all games on normal
You're playing
first.
on the lightweight difficulty, Gary?
Nah.
Hip hop gamer level.
Hip-hop
Nah.
gamer level?
Nah,
The
I
little
play,
kids level?
I play all games on normal first. So yeah, I play both
That's
games on
probably
normal. And
that's probably why you like Pokemon so much.
Oh.
wherever.
Nah, but I play all my games on hard, and then I dumb it down if I have to. But yeah, I mean, BioShock, I just think it's an achievement in gaming, and I wish Roger Ebert was alive so he could say that that game was art.
Wow.
And I see JJ shaking his head.
Seriously, I'm
man.
about to go in on my top 5.